In this video, I'll show you how to take a B2 essay and up-level it into a C1 essay and beyond. Let's begin by reading the original B2 essay. How can we help protect endangered species? All over the world, animal species are becoming extinct. Some animals, such as rhinos and whales, have very low numbers and could soon disappear forever. Let us examine 3 ways we can combat this problem. Firstly, hunting is a major issue for some endangered species. Sadly, hunters kill animals for their fur, horns and meat. As a result, some countries have banned hunting threatened animals, e.g. elephants and tigers. Consequently, their numbers are increasing. Secondly, pollution is very harmful for many organisms. Unfortunately, smoke and chemicals from factories may poison the homes of many species, killing them. To prevent this from happening, we must think carefully about how factories operate and where they are located. Finally, commercial fishing can be extremely dangerous for endangered marine species. Turtles, dolphins, and other creatures may become trapped in nets and die. However, if fishermen follow rules and change the equipment they use, this could be avoided. In summary, there are many things humanity can do to protect the species which share our planet. Although it is a challenge, it is achievable and extremely worthwhile. This essay is already at a very high level. I would say it is on the B2 C1 border. However, I'm now going to edit it and move it into the C2 category. Let's begin. So, looking at the title, how can we help protect endangered species? I thought that this would be a more advanced way of writing it. Endangered species, colon, how to end the war on nature. And those of you who have seen my previous 2 videos on this topic where I edit a B2 essay, you will know that I like to use a colon in this way, and I really like the phrase how to end the war on nature. So we have all over the world species are becoming extinct. Some animals such as rhinos and whales have very low numbers and could soon disappear forever. I'm going to start it slightly differently. I'm going to say this: the figures are both dreadful and depressing. So I really like the repetition of D and D. This is alliteration. All over the world, all over the globe, slightly more advanced. All over the globe, and then we'll mention the animals. We'll say rhinos, whales, and tigers, to name a few. And then we've used here dashes to add in some extra information. Could soon disappear forever. Let's take out forever for eternity. Even better. So, I would like you to look up rhino, which is short for rhinoceros, to see whether actually, I can't remember if it's rhino plural or rhinos. It might be one of those irregular plural nouns, so check that out. Next, can we halt? Halt means to stop. It's slightly more unusual than stop and higher level. Can we halt this worrying decline? And then let us examine 3 ways we can combat this problem. How about let us examine 3 proposed solutions to this. Now I want to say worrying trend. However, I've already used worrying to this sad trend. I am going to read the edited essay as an entire new essay at the end of this video, so if you have spotted any mistakes, I will hopefully spot them when I read it to you and do my final edit. So let's look at the second paragraph. It says here, firstly, hunting is a major issue for some endangered species. So I'm going to keep firstly, but I'm going to change it to hunting and poaching. Now this may be a new word for many of you. Poaching is illegal hunting. Firstly, hunting and poaching. And if I'm going to add in some extra information, often for fur, horns and meat is a major issue for several endangered species. Now what we could say is, instead of is a major issue for several endangered species, we could say presents a major issue for several endangered species. And then we have here, as a result, some countries have banned hunting threatened animals. Consequently, their numbers are increasing. I'm going to change that slightly. I'm going to say, as a consequence, comma, some countries, how about we change countries to nations? Even better. Some nations have banned the killing. Now we've already used hunting and we've used poaching, so now if we use killing, we're showing that variety of vocabulary. Resulting, have banned the killing of threatened animals. And then here we've got consequently their numbers are increasing. So I'm going to add in a relative clause and I'm going to say which has led to an increase in their populations. Now I just want to reflect on the word banned. There is another word which is prohibited, which is more formal. Now here we have, secondly, pollution is very harmful for many organisms. I'm going to keep secondly, and I'm going to use pollution. And instead of saying very harmful, I'm going to say increasingly detrimental. Please remember this word detrimental. It is a more formal version of harmful for many organisms. And then we have here, unfortunately, smoke and chemicals from factories may poison the homes of many species, killing them. I'm going to keep unfortunately. Now instead of smoke, I'm going to say fumes. Fumes and chemicals emitted from factories may poison the environments of many species. Not milling, killing them. I've kept that killing them adverbial at the end because I think it gives a really sort of strong and direct message, although it may at first seem simple. Sometimes simple is best. Now, to prevent this from happening, let's say, to prevent this from occurring. Occurring is a more formal synonym of happen. Happen, occur. So to prevent this from occurring, we must. Now, we need to think carefully about how factories operate and where they are located. How about we say, to prevent this from occurring, we must consider. If you check out my video on C1 verbs, I give examples of other words which mean to think about. We must consider in depth. So it means to think deeply about, consider in depth. Not only how factories operate, but also their location. I'm very happy with the change that I have added there. We've used occurring, we've used consider in depth, and then I really like the conjunction not only but also. Definitely look that up. It's a great construction to use, not only but also. Now, finally, commercial fishing can be extremely dangerous for endangered marine species. Slightly, did you notice I almost tripped up on that because we have used the word endangered and dangerous. So there needs to be a change there because they're very similar. So I'm going to start off with finally, comma, commercial fishing. I'm going to use a fantastic C2 expression. Commercial fishing has wrought havoc. The expression to wreak havoc on something means to cause it great harm, to cause great problems, to have a very negative effect on something. Look that one up. Has wrought havoc on endangered marine species. And then we've got here turtles, dolphins and other creatures may become trapped in nets and die. So let's say, for example, turtles, dolphins and other creatures may become, and then this is a superverb, entrapped. Or we could even say, even better, entangled. May become entangled in nets. You can look up the difference between entrapped and entangled. And now instead of die, how about we use the word perish? Which one of the meanings of perish is to die, and it's very high level. I would call that a C2 verb. However, now we've got here, if fishermen follow rules and change the equipment they use, this can be avoided. So if we change it to, if fishermen adhere to laws, adhere to means to stick to follow. Adhere to laws and adapt their methods, comma, because it's a subordinate clause, this could be avoided. Now we're looking at the summary paragraph. In summary, there are many things humanity can do to protect the species. So first off, what jumps out at me, very basic, many things. We need a better expression for many things. In summary, there are a myriad of measures. This is super fancy. A myriad of something means a wide range. We also have the alliteration of measures and myriad. There are a myriad of measures humanity can take measures to protect the species. Now it says here, which share our planet. I'm going to make this even more formal. With which we share our planet. And then we have this last paragraph, last sentence with a subordinate clause. Although it is a challenge, it is achievable and extremely worthwhile. I'm going to make this more formal. Instead of although, I'm going to use the subordinating conjunction whilst. This is quite British, but you can use it in American English as well. It sounds very fancy. Whilst enacting such change is undoubtedly a challenge, it is undeniably worthwhile. I am now going to read the finished C2 essay and do a final edit. I will be putting this essay along with all my other C2 essays into a PDF document and an ebook, so please check out the description box for a link. Now, let's begin. Endangered species, how to end the war on nature. The figures are both dreadful and depressing. Now, the next sentence has a mistake. All over the globe, comma, and then I've got a dash. We can't have a dash after a comma like this. So we're going to have to take out those dashes. Let's take a look at this. All over the globe, comma, rhinos, whales and tigers, to name a few, could soon disappear for eternity. Now, we're going to have to change that. Species such as endangered species such as rhinos, whales and tigers, we'll take out to name a few, could soon disappear for eternity. So let's check this now. All over the globe, endangered species such as rhinos, whales and tigers could soon disappear for eternity. Fantastic. Can we halt this worrying decline? Let us examine 3 proposed solutions to this sad trend. So, firstly, hunting and poaching, often for fur, horns and meat, presents a major issue for several endangered species. Now, look at this. Hunting and poaching, that is 2 items. That is a plural subject. But if we look at the verb presents, that is a singular verb. So I need to take off the S. So listen, hunting and poaching present a major issue for several endangered species. It's suggesting to me here that we use consequently. Consequently, some nations have prohibited the killing of threatened animals, which has led to an increase in their populations. Now, I've got the word horns. I'm going to change that for ivory. You can look that up if you are unsure what it means. Secondly, pollution is increasingly detrimental for many organisms. Unfortunately, fumes and chemicals emitted from factories may poison the environments of many species, killing them. To prevent this from occurring, we must consider in depth not only how factories operate, but also their location. Finally, commercial fishing has wrought havoc on endangered marine species. For example, turtles, dolphins, and other creatures may become entangled in nets and perish. However, if fishermen adhere to laws and adapt their methods, this could be avoided. In summary, there are a myriad of measures humanity can take to protect the species with which we share our planet. Whilst enacting such change is undoubtedly a challenge, it is undeniably worthwhile. That is a fantastic essay at a C2 level. I am sure that I can edit it even more. However, I'm going to leave it there for now. And remember to check out the link to see when I have created my PDF and ebook to include this and my other C2 essays. I hope you have enjoyed this video and that you found it useful. If you did, please give this video a like, and I would love to hear any of your comments in the comments section below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and I will see you next time.